Right, I'm continuing my video record, mainly for myself, of my house and my possessions in anticipation of having to move. This is my very precious front room, which I'm finding quite difficult to think of leaving. Let's start over here. These are our CD collection. Well, perhaps only 20% of them were mine. I haven't really touched them in 3 years. At some point, I suppose I will part with them, but I feel I should listen to them first. Probably about half classical and half modern. Junk tends to get put on top there. There's a picture that we bought once in, I think that's from Egypt, one of the things that you get hard sell in some Egyptian shop near the pyramids. And this is the sensitive chair that I haven't sat in for 3 years. And I've put recently, I've started a cushion collection. I bought some, these lovely bird ones on the outside were from Camden Markets. And some of the others just like in shops in town. I've put a CD player there, which I'm really hardly using. And these two units of books, which we liked so much. A lot of John's art books there. I haven't moved those books, although I've been sort of looking at them and cleaning, keeping them dusted. I find myself very loath to move those things. On top, some horse statues. The one in the middle, John called Champ and Scamp, which impressed me. Here's a picture that I found in the loft in my sort out. I don't know where. I think we bought it together somewhere on holiday, and I had it framed, but John never saw that frame. This is the other bookshelf, again with similar things that I bought in various places. The one in the middle was from the old Bermondsey Market, little bronze, many years ago. And there's some more of these were like our best books, and sort of referred to as a reference library really quite a lot in things we used to talk about. There's recent birthday cards and my purchases from Paris, the jug and the little bowl, and I bought myself those sort of cheer myself up ducks recently. Television, 3 cases that should really go upstairs, but I always think it's not worth taking them upstairs. Used that one my most recent trip. Got snow outside today, snow on my car, but I won't linger on that view, which isn't particularly nice. Oh, there's a rug, this black and white rug to go with the curtains, and I keep trying to put it where I'm sitting, and the carpet's dirty, but it just won't stay whatever I do. A brand new handbag there. This unit I set up to put some of my collectibles. That's sort of recent things I've bought. I must try not to use the word significant, which I've been using too much on these videos. Meaningful. That bird jug was again one of the things that, how can you lose something that you own? I know that it was something we bought together years ago and I couldn't find it. Eventually came to light in a box in the loft. So I really like having that out now. That was a seahorse jug was a recent present. More little collectibles. The yellow jug at the back vase was John bought me in, I believe, Tenterden. Again, some lovely recent jugs I've started buying, and vases. I love those things. I bought this other unit here for DVDs, which I've sorted out, but I don't plan to keep them all. It's got a little bit cluttered at the front with a few collectibles there. Another horse on top. Another picture that reflects the one over there with the birds in a tree, from the V&A. The sofa I sit on all the time at the moment. Cluttered coffee table, the paperwork that needs sorting. So this is my precious front room. Curtains, I suppose I could take with me. They're a very familiar pattern. And I suppose I should record a very odd thing about this room that upsets me, that it's difficult to describe, but there's a sort of arch here, and I used to lie on the sofa here, and I could never get my head around like the perspective. John, I used to sort of try and explain, we would argue about the fact that you know, when you're standing here, you can see that the two sides of the arch are in the, you know, as you would expect, but when you're here, you know, you can, one seems to go at a different angle, and it's just like an artistic perspective issue. But it's difficult to explain, but I can't look at that arch without sort of thinking of how our sort of joking conversations where John would try to explain to me that yes, it's just a perspective issue, that it looks like that from this angle. I shall finish with a lingering shot of my cushions.